What are you doing in my home?
I was invited here.
No. No, I invited Madame Majoron.
Well, yes. I am Madame Majoron now, John.
Talk about a blast from the past. The Young and the Restless celebrating the legacy of John Abbott and his portrayer, the late Jerry Douglas, with an Abbott-centric episode today. The late actor's wife, TV personality Kym Douglas, makes a special appearance, and Kym is joining us live in studio to talk about it. Welcome to you. I heard this visceral reaction just seeing him. It must be so hard for you.
Yeah, it's wonderful and emotional.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for your loss. I know you were married for such a long time. But you get to appear on this show. And we were just talking off camera about how you've known all of these characters and actors in the show for so long. They're actually your real friends. What was it like for you to be Zelda?
Well, first off, I really kind of like Zelda. I feel like I get a little bit stronger when I say her name. It was so great to be there. It really was. They are all, the entire Abbotts, and most of the people on Young and Restless are dear, close friends of mine. Jerry was on the show for almost 40 years. We were married for almost 40 years. So it's, you know, decades worth of relationships. And it was so beautiful to be there, touching, and so important for my and Jerry's son, Hunter, to keep his legacy alive.
It's just so special that you got to be there, you know, and be on the show. And tell us about your character. Tell us about Zelda and how it came about.
Yes, well, what happened was, out of the blue, they decided that they wanted to do an episode honoring my late husband, Jerry, and his character, John Abbott, who really had such a strong moral compass. He was a character that I don't think we see a lot these days. He never wavered in what was right and what was wrong, even if it was his own family. If they did something wrong, he called them out on it. He loved them, but he called them out on it. And I think that's so important, especially these days. And the executive producer and writer, Josh Griffith, had said, you know, we have this new character coming in who has a connection to the Abbotts, and why don't we have Kym Douglas do it? So I was absolutely touched and so thrilled, and I couldn't believe that they created this character for me.
And I bet fans are just going crazy.
They really
for
are.
It. And John and Jerry are similar, right?
They are.
You talked about their virtues. Are they similar in other ways? Do you think he took his real life experiences and put them on the show?
100%. John Abbott was a single father way back in, 40 years ago. That wasn't a very common thing. And Jerry, when I met him, he was my first interview. I was like you. I interviewed him right out of college. And the joke goes, thank goodness I didn't interview like the Night Stalker. I would have been married to him. It was a good interview. So we were together for 40 years. And, you know, it just was so great because he had 2 children that he was raising on his own. And it was life imitating art. Oh, look at that hair.
My goodness.
What was I thinking?
Love it.
What was I thinking?
It's amazing. You know, it's going to come back again, I'm sure. Every few years it comes back. And you knew each other just for 6 months before you got married, is that right? And then you were married for almost 40 years.
Yeah, they said it wouldn't last, so there you go.
That is just amazing. What, quickly before I let you go, what insider tips did you pick up from these fabulous soap stars?
You know, I don't know what it is, but they all look the same. For years and years and years, they never age. One quick beauty tip I got when I was behind the scenes is they use vitamin C. My favorite is by Womaness. It's called Fountain of Glow. And if you put vitamin C on before you put your sunscreen, it makes your sunscreen more effective. So you won't get those fine lines. Oh, I just heard somebody over there going, oh, I see. Something you didn't know, right?
Well, these are good beauty tips.
So you'll have to check it out.
Okay, thank you so much for being here. Congratulations on your show. It was so nice to meet you. And you can find out more information about Kym and her beauty tips and tricks by going to kcalnews.com and clicking Seen on TV.